We were just talking, Ian, about how Houston had yet to slip up. Was that a big slip up?
Yeah, massive slip up. Quite surprising. And how he plays as well, he'll come straight from the hip firing again, I should imagine. Here, if I was sitting at the table, you'd definitely be wanting to play a pot with him in the next 3 hands.
It's sort of like implied odds. Doesn't matter what you have. If you hit a big hand, you might get all the chips in.
Yeah, yeah.
3, but the chips have moved. Houston's lost a half stack. Kenna looking alive, and Tony has all the chips in the middle of the whole thing.
Yeah, Tony looks very confident. Kenna's enjoying himself, and John looks a bit gutted, to be fair. He's still got plenty of chips. There's loads of action here.
You know, Tony's head was down earlier, but he just... It looks like he's got his A game right now.
Mm-hmm.
30,000 total. Pass. 20 more if you want to call.
And it's...
John gets the needle with this because he likes to be the boss. See, he's all in. He likes to be the boss at the table, and it gives him the needle when it goes the other way round.
Wow. Wow.
I'm guessing about 100.
I mean, we know that Houston has nothing, but from Varyavan's point of view, Ian, Ace-3 is not really a very good hand to be calling all ins with, is it?
No, definitely not. But I mean, we've seen all sorts here so far, haven't we? I mean, if he decided to look away from his chips and have a look at John, I mean, he can get a pretty good read on there. John definitely don't look like a man who wants a call. Does he?
No. No, he just gave a very hard swallow.
Look, you can tell he definitely don't look like a man who wants a call.
Well, if anything else, Tony Varyavan can just count his chips for a little while and put John under tremendous pressure.
Yeah.
I mean, Houston will have no way of knowing. He's actually in great shape here, even if he does get called. He's 40%.
Yeah, that's right.
What should Tony be thinking about right now? It's going to cost him about 100,000 more to call.
Well, it's if he wants to have a gamble. You know, I think. Oh no, he's not. I thought he's putting his chips in there, Jesse. He knows that John could be making this play with anything, you know. But I fancy if his kicker was slightly bigger, he would probably be having a go.
Well, there you go. He's just been put on the clock by tournament director Mad Marty Wilson. In 30 seconds, Varyavan's hand will be dead unless he makes a decision.
Oh.
Good call. I fold. Oh, so it's a good call.
Oh, no. Tony said
John
fold.
lives again, look.
John Houston thought he said call. He said good call.
He said fold. I thought he said this.
Now Tony feels That's great.
Oh, mate, you make me laugh, Jesse.
Great. Well, it was the accent. Varyavan said fold, and Houston thought he said call. He probably nearly threw up.
Yeah. If I was Tony, I'd ask for a ruling. Does that mean I've got to put my chips in?
I've never seen anything so funny.
I just thought he was going to play pressure play with that button.
That's like when the guy pulls the trigger and you find out the gun didn't fire, you know?
I thought we were going to get
Gave you the old minute and a half sweat.
Well, the blinds are just about to go up. Let's remind ourselves how the blinds work in Texas Hold'em.
Every poker hand begins with the placing of the button and the posting of the blinds. The button is a disc that represents the nominal dealer. The blinds are force bets to get the action started. The player to the left of the button puts in the small blind. The player on his left puts in the big blind, usually double the small. Action for this first round of betting will be to the left of the big blind. The button moves to the left with each hand, and the blinds are raised throughout the game to keep the action going.
Wow. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you. May I have another? Huh?
Oh,
Here we are, three-handed again. What's your name, Jesse? Jesse May. Three-handed again, my friend.
It is interesting. Kenneth James referring to the last tournament he played where he was in the very similar format, another tournament. He was three-handed for over 80 hands.
Thank you.
nice.
And
Gentlemen, I haven't looked. I don't want
Kenneth
to
did
look.
end up third in that one.
Cameras.
but
Take your generosity.
played his heart out. But if you think about the last 5 hands that have been played, that we've seen Potts played, it's all been against Houston versus Varjevan, hasn't it?
Yeah.
I mean,
Kenna, we've only seen him really make 1 or 2 moves, but he only does that when he's got one player to beat in the blinds. And that was right. He had king something small, king 5 or 6 or something like that. I don't think you see him going all these chips with these low cards.
no, he's gathered himself a lot of time. He's still got 147,000. It's nearly the most he's had since this tournament began.
If anyone doubles up, they're the chip leader again, aren't they?
It's amazing how Kenna James, he's got 150, feels like he's got a ton, where John Houston's got about the same and feels like he's short stacked. It's 8,000 on KJ with the ace. Is he thinking about limping into trap?
Yeah, probably.
Raised to 65,000
no, he's raised.
total.
So that's a big raise, Jesse.
It's almost like he's trying to send a message to Houston that if you come over the top of me, I'm calling.
Yeah.
Chewing on your lip, I mean, that's a good sign for me.
Very good.
Well, not necessarily very good. Can't be bad.
Do you want to go?
At this point, probably.
I'll let you know again after the flop.
I'm over.
Oh!
All in.
He's talked him into this. He's talked him into it.
Wow.
I got nothing. Good call.
He's unreal.
That was very surprising.
He's talked him into it, Jesse. I can't believe it. This is
Careful
how
what you
John
ask for. That's
gives his
that
chips
could be
away.
the theme here, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, KJ is saying be careful what you ask for. He's right. I mean, he's not in that great shape. Johnny Houston only 6-4 against.
You'd still like to be in
I have
front,
to sit
wouldn't
here
you?
and watch
You
him.
would.
I go in the back.
Jack or 3, and it is
This
Kenna
might help
James
a
all
joke.
in, but it's pretty much most of the chips between them. That's all right for the ace. Jack or 3, and Johnny Houston. I don't know why he made the move, but Kenna James leading here. That'll
Oh, mate,
scare
that's a
you.
bit of a card.
Ace no good for Kenna James now. Houston needs a 6, an ace, or a jack. And that's
Yeah,
it.
Probably be uncanny to get the 3. Oh, he's hit the ace.
Oh, God.
Oh, mate.
Oh, God. Kenna James is out of this tournament. He warned about it, didn't he? And he said, be
did.
careful what you ask
He
for.
did, yeah. Yeah, he did say that. That was unbelievable hand. Unbelievable.
Just the way I'm going right now.
447.
He's in shock, the cowboy.
Yeah, he's got to be absolutely gutted.
I mean, he played this heat very well, didn't he?
147.
You know, you saw that. I was looking at John's face when he was talking. I fancied he was ready to throw his cards away, and the more he was talking to Kenna, Kenna's just made him put his chips in, Jesse.
Yeah, you got it covered.
He's so...
How did he do it?
He's such a funny player, John. Such a funny player.
Cheers.
And with that, a very cruel beat for Kenna James,
On
but
the trail
Houston
again.
would have to chips now.
I'm just
Or head up.
on the rail again.
Last hand, they call the river the killer card this way for Kenna James. He was in front all the way. The ace on the end didn't make his hand. 2 pair, no good against the Houston straight. And that very big pot has taken the cowboy. Well, he's been roped up, saddled, and shot.
Shipped out, yeah. Shipped out.
Wow. Well, bad beat's a part of poker, but Kenna James, commiserations. You played fantastic in there. And
I don't know if I played fantastic, but you know, there's some tough situations in there. I got lucky in the one hand, you know, when I won the 3-1 disadvantage, and it's all part of the game. It was, but you know, when you get that hope, the game gives you hope, and it takes it away.
Yeah.
You know, that's when it hurts, especially.
It seemed to us, I mean, we was watching there, and it seemed to us, you was talking to John